Now, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but I am a huge fan of the DDD archetype. I just love how they resemble demons because I honestly love looking into demonic stories, stuff like that, and this archetype resembles that a lot. And in my opinion, I just love its playstyle, how it runs, how you can use a deck, modify the deck, and everything just like that. Now, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you also appreciate DDDs, and you don't want to listen to me ramble about how good they are, so let's get right into it. So recently it has been confirmed that we are finally getting the long-awaited DDD structure decks called Pendulum Domination. Honestly, I cannot wait to get this, and it is currently scheduled for January 26th or 27th during 2017. Honestly, we have been waiting a while for this structure deck, but trust me, I think it's going to be well worth it. We haven't gotten the confirmed card list, but this can right here be a preview of some of the cards we can get. Although this is only the predicted list, we are not yet to be confirmed of what cards we're actually getting. So really this could look nothing like the actual TCG version, but we get a rough idea of what we're going to get. And honestly, this right here will be a huge help to the DDD archetype because it'll be giving us many cards we need, and not just that, but also easy access to the archetype on its own, as it will be giving us plenty of its support. Now, I'm sure that many of you already knew about this, but I'm not sure if you have heard. We are in fact getting the 2016 Megatens in September during this year. So right here is what they look like. It's the YuGiOh Megatens. But fortunate for us, we are actually getting some of the new DDD cards, and these are ones which we really need as well for many reasons. First of all, we're getting Flame King Genghis, and this is an amazing card as it can revive your DDDs from the grave to push forward your plays. Although many people don't seem to use this card, trust me, it has a lot of potential and it could really win you the game. If you want, you can pause the video right here, read its effects if you don't know what it does, but it's basically in a nutshell a revival for your other DDD monsters to push forward in your game. The main reason we need this is just so we can get the extra push with DDDs, because right now they are good, but we do need a lot of support, and we finally have gotten confirmed that we are getting more support in September later this year. I cannot wait for it. Now, another card that we'll be getting is DDD Asking Alexandria. Now, this is something which could help the archetype a lot, although it may not be the best of help right now, considering we don't have any DDD tuners in the TCG, if I am thinking right. But this does give us potential to shift around the game style we play with DDDs currently, as we all know that DDDs can venture through and play many different styles of the game, from Synchro, Xyz to Pendulum to whatever you want really. But the main thing that we're lacking is the support over in the TCG, and this right here will be allowing us to try out the Synchro version, as it will give us access to one of the best DDD Synchros that we currently have. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I refuse to say triple D with this archetype. I just thought I may as well say this right now, because if you're getting annoyed at me saying triple DD instead of triple D, honestly, saying DDD, it just gives more respect to the name. I guess you could say it just makes it sound cooler, because triple D, like, that just sounds weird, but DDD sounds so much cooler. At the same time, we all know that DDD stands for Different Dimension Demon, and while saying DDD, it's just like actually saying the full name of it, but you're not at the same time. Otherwise, like, triple D is just like all you can think of is 3Ds. Like, what the hell? Who would think of that? If you don't know DDD Asking Alexandria's effect, it basically revives one level 4 or lower DD monster from your graveyard. And the main reason that this is good is, just like Flame King Genghis, it pushes forward your game a lot. And if you can always do a combo with Genghis and other DDD monsters to push forward your game majorly. And trust me, DDDs can do some phenomenal things in this deck. They can push forward the game so much. They can have access to some amazing cards, and overall they're basically unstoppable once you get them going. They're basically the powerhouse of Pendulum decks, and trust me, they're amazing. Now, if you're wanting to know which Megaten you should get, honestly, it really depends on what style of DDD deck you're wanting to play. But I would just get one of each, and if you can only get one, I'd get the YuGiOh one, because Flame King Genghis can really work in any DDD deck, while Asking Alexandria can really only work in the Synchro one, or ones which have access to Synchro monsters. But overall, Flame King Genghis is probably the better card, which you should go for the YuGiOh 10. But in my honest opinion, if you have enough money, I would definitely go for the Kyber one, because of it comes with the blue eyes cards, and honestly, my personal opinion, the Kyber one is so much better than the YuGiOh one. But if you can only get one, go for Flame King Genghis, because of that is a really good DDD, and if you're only getting this 10 for DDDs, well, there you go. So once more, as you can see right here, you're getting this in September. So it's not too long until we finally get our DDD support and can play this deck extremely competitively, because the OCG has shown us how good this deck really is, and from personal playing, trust me, I've also experienced the power it can hold. It's really too bad that it's going to take us another while to get this structured deck, because this would help us so much more. But I suppose we can always get the single cards that we currently have in the TCG anyway to make a deck from that. Honestly, it sucks that this got pushed forward, but I'm glad we're still getting it, because DDD support is always good, more or less, and the fact that it wasn't forgotten is always good, because it's always better getting some support later than none at all. Now, if you're new to DDD and are wanting to test out some decks, I have a deck which I enjoy using and a couple cores which I'm currently working on. Although it's a project I haven't worked on too much recently, it's something that I really want to get into, because I love testing out DDDs, and I really want to create the best, the most perfect DDD deck. And with the massive amount of variety you can use in this deck, it's hard to precise one perfect deck. So I'm currently, combining a few just to see how I can go. So right here is one of my decks. And if we go over to here is a synchro one I'm currently working on, and also another one right here. But if you want to try out the best one, definitely go for this one right here, because this one is very good. You can push out some massive combos, although it may not be TCG legal right now because it doesn't have Flame King or Blaze King as it says in this. It is a very good deck, and I would highly recommend trying it if you're new to DDDs. And this deck gives you the main concept and main combos that you usually use, so go ahead and try it out. So there's really no point to waste your time and continue this video further. So if you did enjoy, remember to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, leave your thoughts on this support and the DDD archetype down in the description below. Also, if this video was helpful at all, I know it was majorly rushed and didn't have as much effort put into it that I wish I could have, but I got my main concept and thought out. So if it did help you at all, please tell me down below, because I'm also thinking of doing a new series on my channel where I do the archetype analysis, where I go through my thoughts on archetypes, their potential, what they can do, basically describe it, and I think that could be a ton of fun. And DDDs is definitely going to be one of the first few that I do, as it is in fact one of my favorites. Definitely in my top 10, most likely in my top 5, because I can't get enough of it, and I currently putting together the deck in real life right now. It's gonna take a bit of time and money, but trust me, it's gonna be well worth it. So once more, hope you enjoy. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Let me get a pop when the beat goes.